All right, welcome everybody to the Minnesota Golden Gophers stream. If you're watching this live, welcome, and if you're catching the recording, welcome as well. And get ready, get your popcorn, get your Cracker Jacks, hot dogs, peanuts, and let's get ready for some baseball. Hope everyone is doing well today. So with a win today, the Golden Gophers take first place on the season for the first time this year. Facing a left-handed pitcher, so it'll be a day for the righties. So Lucas Dunn will get a chance to hit. Let's see. Usher does really well, but let's give Orente a chance to play today. Poland's on a hot streak, so we won't play Borden. And here we go.
Afternoon baseball here on the show.
In a rainy day here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, as 6-13 LSU goes against 11-9 Minnesota.
Matthew Clark, West Virginian, gets the call to start this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, you can only make your first Major League start one time, and boy, did he make the most of it. How about he starts his first game, and he gets a win? Not a bad way to start your career off. And he's going to try to make it 2 for 2 and try to win this one today.
Now to the plate, Tommy Saito, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The shortstop, Tommy Saito.
So Sacco comes in, leading off the game.
Here it comes.
That's a strike.
But he can't get it. It's 0-1. Dan Dero, we take a look at our home nine.
I got my cup of coffee. I am ready to go for this stream.
Some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone, whether it's 3 games set or
Gotta get in the zone.
You take the first one, you put that other team on.
Matthew Clark making his second ever start here in varsity.
Through that one, he's in control 0-2.
Keep it as low pressure as possible. Keep the blood pressure low. Not too many high stress situations, hopefully. Alright. Gonna try going with the splitter here. And sliced over to third and over the third baseman's head for a base hit. Great hit by Sacco. He had a good game yesterday.
He wasn't able to do it to start the game. Let's see if he makes the adjustment.
Standing in now, Philip Sacco.
Oh my God. Hit into the gap here. Not a good start to the game. We can still turn 2, only let up 1 run.
And their runners at the corners now. On a line to shortstop.
There we go. The line to short. Got him.
the third baseman, number 9.
And Connor Shepard up to bat. A double play would get us out of the inning. No runs allowed. That's a strike.
Awesome execution right there. Great pitcher's pitch and an excellent job to get ahead in a tough spot.
And strike 2. There we go.
Yeah, Matty, hey, you know what, Hero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike.
Oh, hit well.
Straight down the road.
Deep center.
Look for it, Dan. Just be consistent.
Sack fly.
If you're giving 2 or 3 inches off the outside corner.
Tried climbing the ladder to get him swing and miss, but he made good contact.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
Some more baseball jaws for me today, that's for sure. But I'm not one of those baseball fans that'll go back and watch like old spring training games from this year or games from 1991. And I get it, that was the championship season. And I'll watch that in the summertime or even the wintertime when I'm really missing baseball, but it just doesn't fill that need for me right now like this does. Being able to play it, be interactive with it, it just doesn't fill that void. How much I love it too, it just doesn't. Like, if real live Twins baseball was on and I didn't know what was about to happen, I could get invested in what the score is, and oh my god, this is for you, Bomba Gaming. And so Obama Gaming unfortunately cannot be here live for this stream. I know he will catch the recording of it, so that's for him. A little special video that he gets to watch. I'll definitely do the replay and then send that to him before he can watch it on the full stream. Oh shit. Someone just hit me up on Facebook. I'm unable to see exactly what it says though. I see the words bro and then I'm like, alright, that's all I can read. Upside down and head cocked to the side. And that is in the gap for the Golden Gophers. He's going to get 2. Let's see. Thank you If you guys are looking for some humor, go look up, I think it's Laquan Treadwell reaction video. It's made by Sebastian Balls, B-A-H-L-S. Go find it. If you guys want to really have a laugh, you'll enjoy that one.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
And Henry Davis batting at 276. Oh my. Oh my. That's going. So I think that was to the deep part of the wall. Yes, it was. The deep part of the wall. Because our wall has that weird indent in it on each side, which I love. It's unique. Ah, shoot. Jammed me up. Lucas Dunn. Batting a 273 on the year.
2 count and the pitch. Way outside. 1-2. Smith has a reputation as a strike thrower, although that doesn't often result in a ton of strikeouts. A typical start may find him with a low walk total and ball in play a lot.
Matty, he's what they call today one of those pitch-to-contact kind of guys. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He relies a lot.
All right, here we go. Lucas Dunn. 2-2 account, no on, 2 outs, and the Golden Gophers have struck for 3 this inning. A great response.
Here now the 2-2. Fly ball to straight
And that's hit well, but not well enough. But the Golden Gophers get 2 long bombas in the inning, and they take a 3-1 lead. Wolf, Humphreys, and Thompson up to bat next for LSU.
Settling in now, Hunter Wolf, and he's looking to turn things around. Ice cold at the plate.
And that is a strike. What up, Reggie Adams? Welcome to the stream. The Gophers got 2 bombas in the first inning to take a 3-1 lead. Looking for our first sweep on the season. We won't get it here this game for sure, but at least we could set ourselves up. And then we go to Tennessee after this series. Missing on the splitter. And if we win this game versus LSU for the first time this season, we actually take first place, if even for half a game. That's, oh, are you kidding me? That was a strike. Come on,
He's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
In now, Zach Humphreys.
Reggie, I was talking about my baseball's jaws and how I can't watch older Twins games to get that fix. If I know the result of what's going to happen, I can't do it. And that's hit well over the third baseman's head into the corner. A weird ricochet.
And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Tough start here in the top of the second. Getting cheated on that strike, and then LSU lacing it into the corner. 2 men in scoring position.
Better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one,
Yeah, I still can't do it to a good outcome. I can watch highlights from old Twins games, like watching the 1991 World Series. That's fine. I can do that even during the wintertime, but it's not going to fill my frickin' baseball fix. Come on. Try going home. Try going home. Yeah. You're so out, it's going to hurt you. There you go. Like, I can watch the Brian Dozier highlight film of when the Twins came back. I think they were down 6 runs in the 9th inning. I can watch that over and over and over. But it's not going to fill that baseball fix, and it sure as hell doesn't eat up enough time. I can't watch the Twins go down like 6 runs before the 9th inning. Tough to watch, even if you know the end result. It's like watching the Minneapolis Miracle for Vikings fans. Like, I can watch the first half relatively okay, but knowing that we blew the lead in the second half and we had to have the Minneapolis Miracle when we were kicking the Saints' butt so badly, it just hurts my brain to think about. I mean, it's typical Viking stuff, but...
That one misses badly. It's ball 2. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. All even now, 2-2. Popped him up.
And a pop fly. Here we go. Alright, AI. There we go.
And the inning is over. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Minnesota.
Who are the Vikings taking tomorrow? Hopefully defense, defense, and more defense. I don't care if we draft a corner and a defensive tackle. I'd be happy with it, quite honestly. You quoted myself in 2016. We can get a wide receiver in the second round. I'm not worried about that. What I am worried about is trading out of the first round with that second pick. To me, that would be moronic. Take the talent while they're there. Yes, we need another left tackle badly, but we need a defensive tackle, and Unless you're going to tell me we're going to a 3-4, which has not been officially announced. But if the Vikings want to go to a 3-4, then we don't need another defensive tackle. We'd have Hercules, Jaleel Johnson, and Pierce. And that's fine. Then we're good. We'll go to... Ah, that is gone. That is freaking gone. Sound the siren. Sound the siren, as Bomba Gaming always says. Bomb track. Yeah, buddy. Crushed indeed, Reggie. We usually do not hit home runs like this at home. I don't know why, but our own stadium plagues me when it comes to home runs. But today is a good day. The rain's coming down here in Minneapolis. Russell Smith definitely struggling. Only 18 pitches in, allowed 3 home runs. So his day is probably close to over. I feel like I'm one of the few Vikings fans that doesn't think our offensive line was the biggest problem last year. A problem, of course. Biggest problem? No. Not by any stretch. I think the defense let the offense down in a lot of occasions. And Kirk Cousins having next to no mobility does not help. That masks a lot of issues off your offensive line. And I know I posted the question in one of the Vikings groups is, would you take Tua if he was there? And I think actually you, Reggie, were like, yeah, of course I'd take Tua. And a whole bunch of people were like, nah, the injury history. One player I would pray drops tomorrow is Jordan Love. If Jordan Love is there, I don't care who else is on the board. I would take Jordan Love so fast, it would make your head spin. And I'd be like, hey, Kirk, when's that no trade clause over with? Because I'm getting out of the door here. I'd trade Kirk Cousins for Andy Dalton, straight up, and both of them have high cap numbers next year, so I'd be like, yeah, well, I'd even throw in a 7th round pick. Here, you take my shitty quarterback, I'll get one that is a ginger that can sort of run. And I feel like Andy Dalton would be a very quality backup in the NFL, and Kirk Cousins makes way, way, way too much money to ever be a backup. The corner, offensive tackle, defensive line. We got a lot of holes, dude. We've got a lot of holes right now. I was telling my wife, I said the draft is like Christmas time, but the only sad part is you don't know what you're going to get. And whether you believe in Rick Spielman or not, whether you love Mike Zimmer or not, it really doesn't matter. You're kind of down to their discretion. And a certain player that they fall in love with could have fallen off the board a pick or two before them, and they panic and they trade back and take a deal that's probably not that good. And they probably end up getting too many future picks and not enough current picks, and I'm sure it happens to all teams. Rick Spielman is the general manager of trading down. That is what he is absolutely best at, and I'm sure we're going to see plenty of it in the next 3 days. Zimmer is definitely taking a corner. There's no way Zimmer remains the head coach and doesn't take a corner in round 1. I fully agree with you on that one. My only question is, do we trade back into the 2nd round, accumulate another 2nd round pick, and maybe a 5th and a 6th with it, is my guess. That sounds right. It feels right. And then take, let's say, a tackle and a defensive end or a defensive lineman at that point, because we lost Weatherly too. You can't forget that. So not only did Linval Joseph leave and Everson Griffin, but Weatherly is gone as well. I feel like that's the most underrated piece that left the Vikings this offseason is Weatherly. I felt like he was getting primed to take Everson Griffin's spot, and when Everson Griffin had those mental issues that year, Weatherly played great, and we forced Everson Griffin back into the starting role when realistically we should have never done that. Everson Griffin should have been the healthy guy coming off the bench and the rotational guy. I'd like to see Love fall to number 25, and we trade out and get another second. I don't know if Love would even drop out of the top 15. I feel like a team with LA, Chargers that is, not Rams, would get so enamored with the idea of having a young quarterback who's not injury prone like Tua Tagovailoa. Say that freaking name 5 times fast. Tua Tagovailoa, Tua Tagovailoa, Tua Tagovailoa. And I don't even know if I'm saying it 100% right. I don't know, man. I have a soft spot for NFL players who love their moms. Like Teddy Bridgewater loved his mom, bought his mom a car the day he got drafted. Stephen Weatherly made sure that his mom was at his first ever start. Flew her in, got her tickets, the whole works. Granted, yeah, of course he could afford it. He's a millionaire NFL football player, but I got a soft spot for NFL players that treat their moms very good.
Now in the box, Danny Moore will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another.
It's the right thing to do.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat.
You know, and if my son ever went and played professional anything, or he was a professional artist and he made lots of money or whatever he chooses to do with his life, I hope that he would take care of his mom first. Up the bat, Ben Metzinger. Oh yeah, that's laced. Does he catch it? Yes, he does. Zach Humphreys, Sam Thompson, and Russell Smith up to bat for the Tigers. Who's the best player we could hope for? Oh yeah, for tomorrow. I'd put it between CeeDee Lamb. Everyone says that the kid out of Penn State is going to fall into round 3 or 4. I just don't see that. I still see him going in the second round. I can't remember his name. Hamler? I want to say it's Hamler. He destroyed the Gophers. He had like 3 catches for just a shit ton of yards.
Native of Puerto Rico. This is his first year at the big league level.
You good? Huh. Whoops.
On the ground to third.
All right.
Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
You got another down, man. Oh, shit.
Stepping in, Sam Thompson. He singled his last time. First pitch of the at-bat. No balls in the strike.
I'd say honestly CeeDee Lamb, one of the best options. I know I'm not a big proponent of taking wide receiver early. Oh, I think it's Jerron Brown. I want to say his name is out of Auburn, the defensive tackle. I want to say it's Jerron. I might be wrong on the first name. But he played against the Gophers in that bowl game. And he didn't play considerably, like, especially well. Probably because it's a bowl game. But I watched a lot of his tape during and before and after that bowl game because he was talked up a lot. The dude's a force in the middle. So if we're going to get a defensive tackle, particularly, and we were to stay at a 4-3, I would definitely prefer him. Chanel?
It's about time to get that pitch count down or he won't be out here very long.
Yeah, I like the kid out of FIU for quarterback. He's a statue, but he has the ability to run. I don't know what his tendencies necessarily are. But he's an accurate quarterback, and I know we got an accurate statue right now, but if you're going to be taking a pick in the later rounds, they don't always have to be the guy. They have to fit your scheme and your system, I feel like, especially if it's in the later rounds. Like, if you expect him to be your backup of your team, I don't understand teams that get backup quarterbacks that don't fit what their starter does well. Because you essentially have to completely change the game plan from quarterback 1 to quarterback 2. And to me, there's absolutely 0 point. And you could say, oh, well, Case Keenum was a mobile-ish quarterback. Yeah, but he never really was. He just had the ability to escape when absolutely needed, but most times he even stayed in the pocket or just outside of the pocket when making a play. I think Chanel's a very good player, and I would not be upset at all if we took him. But yeah, there's my little backup QB rant. I don't understand teams that will take a mobile quarterback with a statue as the starter or vice versa. Like, what I think Baltimore does very well is Baltimore has RG3 behind Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying RG3 is even starter quality, because he's not. But he at least fits that skill set to where if Lamar Jackson, being that he's a running quarterback, RG3 can step in that role. Won't run as well, obviously. Won't pass as well, obviously. But you don't got to completely flip the script. You know, with the Vikings, with Manwich at quarterback, yeah, he's a statue, but the dude is... I don't understand the fascination with it. Is it Derek Brown? Falls to 22. Drew owes you a grand. It'd be crazy if he felt like Floyd. Yeah, what a sad story Sharif Floyd ended up being, dude. Like, that's one of those few picks that Rick Spielman genuinely got right, but will never get the credit for it. Of course, unless you go to the Minnesota Vikings family page, and then it's like, oh, he can't do any wrong. Sharif Floyd was a fantastic player, and Floyd was a good player. The dude got screwed bad. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that the same guy who did the surgery for Adrian Peterson's torn ACL? I could be wrong, but the timeline feels right. And tie ball game.
And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Is Derek Brown the guy from Auburn? I don't know. This year I've not tried to over-worry myself with NFL draft stuff. I feel like if we got a new regime next year, I would be freaking balls to the wall in the draft and free agency. But considering I just don't know how Rick Spielman even thinks or considers his picks, like, I didn't even think that Anthony Barr was a good pick when we got him. Kendricks, yes, middle linebacker. But Barr, no, it didn't make any sense. And he's a good player, but we're still not utilizing him the right way. And we haven't been. He's not a coverage linebacker. He gets beat all the time in coverage. He's a frickin' 3-4 linebacker. And that's what he was in college. I appreciate his willingness to, you know, adapt to the role, of course, but I've not even looked into the draft game, honestly. I'm not a huge proponent of playing games like that. I know I helped you during the game of school and stuff like that, but I'll have to look into it. I've seen posts for it, but I honestly haven't gotten too in depth as far as what the criteria is. Odds are I'll get super jacked tomorrow for it, and I'll play, and I'm gonna be like just overly excited all day for the draft. I don't know, my freaking starter. So I sent down Reed Detmers, and this is why this guy's pitching. He's not very good, but Reed Detmers, the best pitcher on the team overall wise, which obviously doesn't mean a ton. Yeah, they're going to have a 2-run lead. Reed Detmers had to get sent down through 2 games, and yeah, part of it's user error, but he was just terrible. That's fine. Odds are we'll get another home run, tie up the game, take the lead again. Jared Poland, sorry. Who are you picking for the game of skull tomorrow? Or game of Gellerhorn draft? I'm so used to saying game of skull. Snagged, wow. Yeah, definitely. I'll probably bring in Wiggman. the power hitting switch hitter, the first baseman, just called up from JV recently. Oh my God, just on top of that. Yeah, odds are tomorrow I'll be watching ESPN all day long, and I won't let my boss touch the remote at work.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the time running the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop. 2 now. Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches.
I see Stephon Diggs' brother actually dropping with his draft stock quite significantly recently. Like, people are starting to look at him as like a second and third round pick. I just couldn't believe it. Like, all this time it feels like he's been a first round shoe-in player, you know, big school, I believe it's Alabama or Oklahoma, and now it's rounds 2 or 3, which still isn't terrible, but that's a big pay difference. I feel like Rick Spielman and Mike Zimmer can't even draft him. I don't even know if he'd even want to play for us. And yes, it's on the other side of the ball, so he wouldn't have to deal with Kirk Cousins much, but, like, do you want to take the risk? I don't know. I honestly don't know if it would be a risk. I don't know the guy or kid at this point. I don't know. It could be that he's completely opposite to his brother. He doesn't really care of what happened here between Stephon, Kirk, Rick Spielman, and Mike Zimmer, but I mean, they obviously probably know that answer more than I.
Nothing in 2 count and the pitch.
But that's a pick I'd be very comfortable taking in the second round if we did not go corner in the first round, which I still think hell would have to freeze over first. Both his stock. Oh, there we go. Dropping. I want to make sure that we at least don't pick him in the first round, so that way we don't get seen as like we're stretching and overtaking. Pitcher's up.
High fly ball after straightaway center. Brown is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now
back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Tommy Saito. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed.
I'm one of those few that actually thinks the Vikings should draft 2 to 3 wide receivers this draft. Take a shot in the dark. One of them's got to pan out. I'd say take one in the second round, take one in the 5th round, and one in the 7th round. Because no matter what, we're depleted at overall depth. I think Hollins is his name. He showed a couple of quick flashes, but nothing significant. I think he had a couple of key drops as well. Or unable to track the ball in the air on a deep throw. I think that was the one that stuck with me too much. So a base hit with Danny Orente now coming up to bat for the Golden Gophers. Lefty versus righty matchup. That is a ball 1. Danny Orente 1 for 2 on the day. He's got a .333 average on the year. Very good. Russell Smith at 43 pitches on the game. Very good for an LSU pitcher. But he's been hit well, and that's back and caught.
Is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Ben Metzinger 0 for 2 on the day. So he can change that. Oh, I thought that was going to get over his head. I don't know why. Henry Davis now up to bat.
Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First delivery to him on the way. Starts him out with a change.
Gophers could use a bomba here.
Swung on
And hit well. That's in the gap.
This one has a chance. And oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall.
In the frickin' or is that the shortstop that eats the ball there, doesn't throw it to home. That is 1 run for the Gophers as Henry Davis gets an RBI double.
That's his third run batted into the game.
Yeah, he's the reason, Dan, they're even in this one to begin with. He's kept his team.
Dude, what I would give to have a full-out barbecue with you on a draft day, like past COVID-19, this thing's got to happen. It's got to. I got a driveway. I've got a grill in the back, a small one, but a grill. So I think what we should do is NFL Draft 2021. You should come over and set up the smoker in the driveway. I would kill for that. For how many photos you post of delicious looking food that I never get to eat.
Stepping up to the plate, already 2 for 2. We'll look to add on right here. Swing and a liner.
And that's a base hit.
Get over his outstretched glove with great effort there, but it's a base hit.
Well, these days don't happen often.
Rib tips and chicken wings. God damn, that sounds good.
It's hard to have 3 hits in one day. Boy, this guy is off to a great start at this one.
My wife is doing nachos, I think it is, like full nacho grande supreme type deal. Homemade.
Hit hard on the ground to second. There's one.
She knows whenever I get nervous I can't eat a lot, so I prefer appetizers over like full on-course meals. So I think like the last 3 years I've ordered chicken wings and I've only eaten like 5 wings during and prior to the draft. After that I demolish them, but I get too nervous, get too excited, scared.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Connor Shepard.
Yeah, it should be delicious. Like I said, I don't know how much I'm going to eat, but I'll do my best. Odds are I'll probably pick up some fried pickles or some cheese curds from Buffalo Wild Wings on my way home. Because I love me some fried pickles, no matter how scared or nervous I am.
Now check swing here, but the home plate umpire says he went around. No argument, and it's 1-1. And it's fouled away.
That's a foul ball.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing the previous off-speed.
Reggie, did I tell you for a hot minute there I was working at the American that you guys stayed in during Vikings camp a few years back? I was working there overnight, front desk and laundry. Come on, right fielder, don't fuck this up. There we go. My AI has been so stupid recently. Like, I won't even let go of the joystick and the player will just stop and it's like, what are you doing? 6-5 LSU. Oh my God, called a premature alert. I thought that was gone. Premature alert. Oh my God. I thought with that arc and trajectory on the shallow part of the wall, that hits off the top though. If I didn't want to get demonetized, I'd make some freaking crazy premature jokes. That's hit well though. That was another one that was almost gone. My goodness. Getting a hold of it. Levi Usher. Levi MVP up to bat for the Golden Gophers. Batting a .400 on the year. He plays almost every single game. I say that every time because it's just the truth. He plays a lot. He's 300 on the year with runners in scoring position, 400 total average. Oh, fouled it off. Oh, you're good. I was saying how I worked at the American that you guys stayed at for Vikings camp for a hot minute. I was doing front desk And then I did the premature alert because I almost got a home run. And then I did a hit that went to the deepest part of the track and advanced my runner to the next base. So yeah, that's exactly what you missed. In a very boring summary. 3-2 account, Levi Usher. Laced on the third baseline. That's a Golden Gophers tie game. Ladies and gentlemen, Levi Usher rounding first base, going to second base, and he gets there standing. And that is a Golden Gophers RBI.
You know, Giro, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit things up.
There's a reason he bats a 400 on the year, ladies and gentlemen. It's not due to lack of at-bats, I'll tell you that. Luke Brown. Wow.
In the dirt here.
Marcelo Perez, 12th pitch.
Ready with the 0-1.
Oof, those sidearm pitchers, man, I have a really tough time reading.
Pitcher's definitely going to nibble and try and see if the hitter expands his zone.
Now the 0-2 pitch.
Ooh, hit well, but foul.
So well foul into the seats and left. Sinker dips below there. Into the dirt, in fact. Weak grounder down the line at third.
Fights it off.
This is a foul ball as the count goes
Make sure we get the
1 and 2.
pitcher warming up because we used Levi Usher in the 9th spot.
Ball off the plate. Do not be shocked if he's pumped something up under this guy's chin high.
And a ball.
Come inside with the fastball, but it misses here. It's back to 2 and 2.
And this guy's a boy. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Oh, there we go.
And lifted in the
That's
air.
hit well. Get down. No. No. No.
He gets there and makes
Dang
a
it.
fine running play for the second out.
Up to bat, Bianco, batting a 317 on the season. Very good.
First pitch of the at-bat.
429 with runners in scoring position. That is phenomenal. I wish Joe Mauer could have had that, especially in his later part of his career. I think with runners in scoring position, don't fact check me on this one, but I'm pretty sure it's closer to 100 than 400. I saw so many games where Joe Mauer had chances to put up big innings, runners in scoring position, and just failed to do so. Strikeout for Bianco.
And that will retire the side. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left.
And the lefty, Evan Webster, will come in for the Golden Gophers for the lefty-on-lefty matchup. Now remember, very similar rules to the MLB, because this is MLB20, the show. They have to face 3 batters. Each reliever does. And that's something new that the MLB is incorporating this year. So, plays a little bit into the strategy. So if he gets rocked 3 batters in a row, sucks to be you. I hope he doesn't. Sucks to be me then.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an
Our relievers do a pretty good job, though.
Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Throw down to
A
first.
swinging third strike, throw over to first, easy out.
Stepping up now, Hunter.
0 for 1 with a sac fly. Hunter Wolf.
Sack fly his last time. In there, 0-1. 0-1's the count. Bases are empty, 1 man. Hit out towards second.
Second, over to first, easy out for the Golden Gophers. Hey Reggie, are you still there? What's one player you want the Gophers to get later in the draft? Like rounds 3 through 4, maybe even 5 through 7. Mine is Tyler Johnson out of Minnesota. And if we were to go to a 3-4, that's a huge if, but that would be Carter Coughlin. And I know it's homer picks, but I'm looking at Tyler Johnson can play on the slot, and he knows the entire route tree. to where Coughlin is from a 3-4 system, and I don't know. I'm a homer. I don't care. Fuck. I wasn't paying attention that he was going to second it. My bad. There we go. They're slicing there, but the shortstop able to get it as the Golden Gophers set down the LSU Tigers. Going to the bottom of the 8th. This should be a fun ending to the game. If the Gophers don't get any runs here, they'll at least have 3 more outs. Benefit to being the home team. Danny Orente. Shallow hit. And he gets there. Tyler Johnson. And if somehow Patrick Queen is there. Solid pick. Yeah, I really want Winfield Jr. I just don't see us trading Anthony Harris anymore. And I know we got to look for the future for Harrison Smith, but they're not the same type of safety. I'm not saying Zimmer wants the exact type of safety of Harrison Smith, but I'm sure he does. Or at least someone similar. To where Winfield, I'm sure, could play that free side, but he's really used to the strong side in Minnesota. Golden Gophers, so I would kill to have Winfield. He's a center fielder as a safety, and I love that. He can come down and blitz. He's very good at penetrating the run game. But Mike Zimmer didn't call me and ask for my opinion, I'll tell you that much, unfortunately. I'd be like, hey Zim, yeah, call the Browns, tell them you'll give them a 7th and Anthony Harris for a 2nd or a 3rd. Really, I'd say a 3rd, just because I know he's got that high cap number this year. That's hit well. Well enough. A double. There we go. So bottom of the 8th, the Gophers strike for a double. There always are 2-out hits that come back to haunt you. Deep part of the wall there. Lucas Dunn now up to bat for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Rally on 2, you know that's the truth. Trying to go down and get that change up. Maybe put it back the other way.
That's a really nice thing about pitching with the base open. You can work out of the strike zone a little bit more and try to get a guy to chase your pitch just like that.
I don't know why I was guessing lower. They went high, I guess low. That's down low. That's hit well. Oh, and he gets there. What a catch. Wow. A great athletic play by the center fielder. Reaching up. That gray glove snags it out of the air. So let's make sure we got some relievers warming up. Put in Albanese possibly, or even Lohman. Lohman I could at least let sit. Lohman's our best reliever, easily. 1.80 ERA. Plenty of appearances. Porter Brown.
Wanted to get the front door curveball on the inside corner there, but it backed up a little and stayed off the corner.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
Hit well to center. Going back. Back. And the center fielder got it. Porter Brown with great contact. But it's an out. As I like to say for us hitting. Hit well, but not well enough. Tommy Sacco. I hate facing this guy. He's so good. Batting a 500 in this game. Yeah. Tommy Sacco. He's got 86 speed, so we got to make sure we watch that on the base paths here. Odds are he's going to try stealing.
At the plate, Philip Side. Easy to look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. It's one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit a guy with as much speed as he has on first base.
And he did steal.
That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base. Popped up.
Number, get it, get it. Oh my God.
Is the 2-2 pitch.
Don't get me started on the AI.
Left center.
Not recently, at least. I play two franchises. I play a Twins franchise and I play this Gophers franchise. I never have as many AI issues with the Twins franchise as I do the Gophers ones. It's stupid. I mean, it's fun. It makes it interesting, that's for sure, but it's frustrating when the two franchises play so differently. But you could definitely argue college versus MLB. I definitely get the real feel difference. Are you kidding me? I got the top of that zone. Give me a break. 2 out. 2-1 account. Yeah, exactly. It was a strike. Even Reggie Adams saw that one, ladies and gentlemen. Hit well to the left fielder. Got it. So the Golden Gophers have an opportunity to have a walk-off. It'd be our first walk-off of the season. For how many games we've already played. Walk-off indeed. Let's do it. Justin Levy, the perfect candidate for a walk-off. Oh my! Oh my! Levy, are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah! 445, baby! Bomba Squad, that one's for you. 1, 2, 3. The bomb track. Yeah, buddy. That is how you end a game.
Better late than never, and that's obviously something that he takes to heart as he puts a charging run for a walk-off homer. Got to be the best feeling in all of baseball.
Tradition is tradition. Let's go, boys. All right, Reggie, thank you for tuning in to the Golden Gophers stream. Good night and enjoy. Thank you for tuning in for our first ever walk-off. Thank you for being the good luck charm. Evan Webster gets the win. The loss goes to Drew Hill. Wow, wow, wow. Our first ever walk-off. I forgot to get the video. I might have to go back into the YouTube archive and go fish out those home runs then and send it to him. That I could just let him watch it. CR Bomba Gaming missing out on a legendary game. Oh yeah. And now the Golden Gophers have the opportunity to go for the full sweep, baby. We're doing it tonight. I'm ending this stream. We're going to the next one. I am literally going to end this stream so that way I don't double up on games in one stream and overwhelm fans. So if you are watching, get ready for the second stream about to start. I'm putting it up in literally 3 minutes. We're going to play Game 3, going for our first ever sweep. I'm in the mood. Let's go.